Derek Dillard's decision to step away from his position as a district attorney has sent shockwaves through the legal community, sparking intense discussions about career choices, personal values, and the ever-evolving landscape of public service. Known for his unwavering dedication to justice and his reputation as a formidable prosecutor, Dillard's abrupt departure marks a pivotal moment not only in his professional journey, but also in the broader narrative surrounding work-life balance and integrity within high-pressure roles. For years, Derek Dillard stood at the forefront of countless high-profile cases, earning accolades for his meticulous approach and unyielding commitment to upholding the law. His tenure was marked by an impressive track record of convictions, often handling cases that demanded both intellectual rigor and emotional resilience. Colleagues describe him as a man who could dissect complex legal arguments with precision while maintaining an empathetic connection to victims and their families. Yet, despite his success, whispers of dissatisfaction had begun to circulate behind closed doors. Friends and close associates noted a growing weariness in Dillard, a sense that the demands of his role were beginning to overshadow his personal well-being. The circumstances leading up to his resignation paint a picture of mounting pressure and internal conflict. Sources close to Dillard reveal that he had been grappling with the ethical dilemmas inherent in prosecutorial work, particularly in cases where systemic biases or ambiguous evidence complicated the pursuit of justice. While he remained steadfast in his belief in the importance of accountability, the weight of navigating these challenges took its toll. Moreover, the relentless schedule required of a district attorney left little room for family time or self-care, further exacerbating the strain on his mental health. It became increasingly clear that continuing down this path would come at a significant personal cost, one that Dillard ultimately deemed unsustainable. In announcing his decision, Dillard emphasized the need for authenticity and alignment between one's actions and core values. "I have spent my career fighting for what I believed was right," he stated, "but somewhere along the way, I lost sight of what truly matters, being true to myself and those I love." This sentiment resonated deeply with many who have faced similar crossroads in their own lives. Rather than viewing his resignation as a retreat, Dillard framed it as a bold move toward reclaiming control over his destiny, a step toward prioritizing purpose over prestige. As news of his departure spread, reactions ranged from admiration to skepticism. Supporters praised Dillard for having the courage to make such a life-altering decision, seeing it as a testament to his character and integrity. Critics, however, questioned whether leaving his post amounted to abandoning his responsibilities during a time when the justice system faces unprecedented scrutiny. Regardless of differing opinions, there is no denying that Dillard's exit has ignited a larger conversation about the sacrifices demanded by careers in public service and the toll they can take on individuals striving to make a difference. Ultimately, Derek Dillard's choice to leave the district attorney's office represents more than just a shift in employment. It symbolizes a profound reevaluation of priorities. By stepping away from the pressures of his former role, he has opened the door to new possibilities, ones that promise greater fulfillment and alignment with his deepest convictions. As he embarks on this next chapter, all eyes remain fixed on how his bold move will shape not only his future, but also the ongoing dialogue about finding balance amidst ambition. Having made the courageous decision to step away from the district attorney's office, Derek Dillard wasted no time in charting a new course for himself. In a surprising yet inspired pivot, he announced his intention to launch a nonprofit organization dedicated to criminal justice reform, an endeavor rooted in his first-hand experiences within the system and driven by a desire to address its systemic flaws. Named *Equity Forward*, the initiative aims to tackle issues ranging from disproportionate sentencing and racial bias to the lack of rehabilitative resources for offenders. For Dillard, this venture represents more than just a career change. It embodies a renewed sense of purpose and an opportunity to effect meaningful change beyond the confines of courtroom litigation. Dillard's vision for equity forward is ambitious yet meticulously planned. Drawing on his extensive legal expertise, he intends to create programs that advocate for policy reforms at both local and national levels, partnering with lawmakers, advocacy groups, and communities affected by inequities in the justice system. One of the organization's cornerstone projects involves establishing mentorship programs for formerly incarcerated individuals, designed to help them reintegrate into society successfully. Additionally, Dillard plans to spearhead educational campaigns aimed at raising awareness about implicit biases within the legal process, utilizing workshops, seminars, and digital content to foster dialogue and understanding. While the transition from prosecutor to nonprofit founder may seem unconventional, Dillard views it as a natural evolution of his commitment to justice. For years, I worked within the system, trying to make it fairer case by case, he explained. But now, I want to address the root causes of injustice, not just treat the symptoms. This perspective underscores his belief that sustainable reform requires a holistic approach, one that combines advocacy, education, and direct support for marginalized populations. However, launching Equity Forward comes with its own set of challenges. Funding remains a critical hurdle, as securing financial backing for a fledgling nonprofit often proves difficult, especially when tackling polarizing topics like criminal justice reform. To mitigate this risk, Dillard has already begun cultivating relationships with philanthropists, corporate sponsors, and grassroots donors who share his vision. He acknowledges the uphill battle ahead, but remains undeterred, citing his past successes as proof of his ability to overcome obstacles. Another potential challenge lies in navigating the political and social complexities inherent in advocating for systemic change. Dillard is acutely aware that his efforts may draw criticism from those resistant to altering established structures, including some former colleagues within the legal community. Nevertheless, he approaches these hurdles with characteristic determination, emphasizing the importance of collaboration over confrontation. Change doesn't happen in isolation, he remarked. It takes dialogue, compromise, and a willingness to listen, even to those who disagree with you. Despite these anticipated difficulties, Dillard's bold move has garnered widespread attention and support. Many see his transition as a powerful example of leadership and adaptability, qualities that are essential for driving transformative initiatives. Early endorsements from prominent activists and organizations suggest that Equity Forward is poised to become a significant force in the fight for equitable justice. With its innovative strategies and mission-driven focus, the nonprofit not only reflects Dillard's personal growth, but also signals a promising shift in how systemic issues can be addressed through creative and collaborative means. Derek Dillard's departure from the district attorney's office and subsequent pivot to nonprofit leadership serve as a compelling case study in the intersection of personal fulfillment and professional impact. His journey underscores a growing trend among high-achieving professionals who are increasingly questioning traditional markers of success, such as titles, prestige, and income, in favor of pursuits that align more closely with their values and passions. By choosing to prioritize purpose over external validation, Dillard exemplifies the kind of introspection and courage necessary for meaningful reinvention. His story challenges the conventional wisdom that career trajectories must follow linear paths, instead illustrating how embracing uncertainty can lead to unforeseen opportunities for growth and contribution. This bold move carries profound implications for the legal profession and public service at large. Traditionally, careers in law enforcement and prosecution have been characterized by rigid hierarchies and immense pressure to conform to institutional norms. Dillard's decision to step away from such a demanding role and redirect his energy toward systemic reform highlights the urgent need for structural changes that better support the mental health and ethical integrity of those working within these systems. His experience serves as a wake-up call for organizations to rethink their expectations of employees, fostering environments where individuals feel empowered to advocate for fairness without compromising their well-being. Furthermore, his transition amplifies the importance of diversity in leadership roles, particularly in sectors tasked with upholding justice. By leveraging his insider perspective to drive reform, Dillard demonstrates how lived experience can inform innovative solutions to entrenched problems. On a societal level, Dillard's actions resonate as a poignant reminder of the power of individual agency in catalyzing collective progress. His choice to leave behind a storied career in favor of building something new sends a clear message. True leadership is not defined by clinging to positions of authority, but by taking bold steps to address unmet needs. In doing so, he invites others, both within and outside the legal field, to reflect on their own contributions to systemic change. Will they continue operating within frameworks that perpetuate inequality, or will they dare to imagine alternative pathways? Dillard's legacy lies not only in the tangible outcomes of equity forward, but also in the ripple effects of his decision, inspiring others to embrace vulnerability, question the status quo, and pursue work that genuinely reflects their deepest convictions. Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard's journey into marriage was anything but ordinary, largely due to the unique circumstances surrounding their relationship as part of the Duggar family, a household known for its strict conservative Christian values and reality TV presence on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. The couple's whirlwind romance unfolded under public scrutiny, with every milestone meticulously documented by cameras. From their initial courtship to the highly anticipated proposal, Jill and Derek navigated love in front of an audience that spanned millions of viewers worldwide. But what many fans didn't realize was just how much planning and coordination went into capturing these moments on film, especially when it came to one of the most pivotal events in any couple's life, the proposal. Derek first entered Jill's world after months of long-distance communication, a process encouraged by her parents Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who emphasized modesty and intentionality in relationships. When Derek finally traveled from his home in Colorado to Arkansas to meet Jill face-to-face, sparks flew almost immediately. Their connection deepened quickly, leading them down the path toward engagement within weeks of meeting in person. However, this wasn't your typical romantic timeline. Theirs was a story destined for television. The decision to propose became a carefully choreographed event, not only because Derek wanted everything to be perfect, but also because the moment needed to align seamlessly with the show's production schedule. As is often the case with reality television, authenticity sometimes takes a backseat to entertainment value. For Jill and Derek, this meant reenacting their real-life proposal multiple times so cameras could capture every angle, every tearful reaction, and every heartfelt word exchanged between them. It was a surreal experience that blurred the lines between genuine emotion and staged performance, leaving both partners grappling with conflicting feelings about sharing such an intimate moment with the world. Despite the challenges posed by filming their love story, Jill and Derek remained committed to each other and determined to make their relationship work amidst the chaos. Looking back, they've admitted that those early days were overwhelming, a delicate balancing act between nurturing their bond and fulfilling the demands of being TV personalities. Yet through it all, they clung to the belief that their love would endure, even if the road ahead seemed uncertain at times. For Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard, the actual proposal took place in a quiet, private setting, an emotional and deeply personal moment shared solely between the two of them. However, the version seen by millions on 19 Kids and Counting was far from spontaneous. After Derek got down on one knee and asked Jill to marry him, the couple had to relive that exact scene multiple times for the cameras. According to Jill, the production team insisted on reshooting the proposal several times to ensure every detail was captured perfectly, from Derek's nervous expression as he pulled out the ring to Jill's tearful reaction upon saying yes. It felt strange having to repeat something so sacred, Jill later recalled, but we understood why it was necessary. The logistics behind orchestrating such a significant life event for television required meticulous planning. Producers mapped out precise locations, lighting setups, and camera angles beforehand to guarantee high-quality footage. Derek revealed that he initially proposed without fully realizing how much effort would go into making the moment screen-worthy. "I thought I'd pop the question once, and that would be it," he said. "Instead, I ended up doing it over and over again until it looked just right." This included rehearsing his lines, adjusting his posture, and ensuring his emotions matched what viewers expected to see during such a monumental occasion. While the reenactments allowed the audience to witness every sentimental nuance, they also created tension for the couple. Jill admitted feeling self-conscious about crying on cue or maintaining the same level of excitement she'd experienced during the original proposal. "There were moments when I wondered if my reactions seemed forced," she confessed. "It was hard not to second-guess myself." Meanwhile, Derek struggled with keeping his nerves in check while performing under pressure. He described the experience as akin to acting in a movie, except the stakes were infinitely higher since this was their real lives unfolding before the lens. Adding to the complexity was the challenge of preserving the authenticity of their emotions despite the artificiality of the situation. Both Jill and Derek emphasized that while they appreciated the opportunity to share their love story with fans, there were moments when the line between reality and performance blurred uncomfortably. They found themselves questioning whether the joy radiating from their faces was truly genuine or merely a product of repeated takes. Despite these hurdles, the couple remained steadfast in their commitment to each other, determined to honor the sincerity of their relationship even as they adapted to the demands of reality TV. As newlyweds thrust into the relentless glare of fame, Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard faced an uphill battle, navigating their new roles as public figures. The transition from dating to married life proved particularly challenging given the constant presence of cameras and crew members documenting their every move. During their first few months together, privacy became a luxury they seldom enjoyed. Simple activities like grocery shopping or taking a walk turned into orchestrated events designed for maximum viewer engagement. "We couldn't just live our lives anymore," Jill reflected. "Every decision we made had to consider how it would look on screen." The lack of personal space weighed heavily on the couple. Even mundane tasks such as cooking dinner or folding laundry were scrutinized, dissected, and edited into episodes meant to entertain rather than authentically portray their day-to-day existence. Derek admitted feeling suffocated by the intrusion, noting that the absence of solitude made it difficult to decompress after long days of filming. "You never get a break from being on," he explained. "It's exhausting trying to balance being yourself with playing a character for the show." Amidst these pressures, communication became critical for Jill and Derek. Openly discussing their frustrations and fears helped them stay grounded and maintain perspective. They leaned on each other for support, finding solace in candid conversations late at night when the cameras weren't rolling. These unguarded moments allowed them to reconnect with the essence of their relationship, the genuine bond that existed beyond the scripted narratives imposed by producers. By prioritizing honesty and vulnerability, they managed to carve out pockets of authenticity amidst the chaos. Their ability to adapt ultimately hinged on resilience and mutual understanding. While neither Jill nor Derek anticipated the extent to which fame would test their patience and resolve, they approached each obstacle as a team. Whether dealing with invasive questions from fans or navigating disagreements exacerbated by external stressors, they consistently chose empathy over defensiveness. This unwavering commitment to supporting one another laid the foundation for weathering the storms of early married life under intense public scrutiny. Looking back years later, Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard have gained profound insights into the complexities of blending love with fame. Reflecting on their early days as a couple, they acknowledge that while their marriage has grown stronger over time, the experience of filming their proposal and subsequent life milestones left lasting impressions. On one hand, Jill appreciates the unique platform their reality TV exposure provided, allowing them to share their faith-based values and inspire others navigating similar paths. Being able to connect with people who relate to our story has been incredibly rewarding, she says. At the same time, however, she remains candid about the toll it took emotionally. There are parts of us that will always feel guarded because of how vulnerable we had to be on camera, she admits. Derek echoes this sentiment, emphasizing both gratitude and caution regarding their time in the spotlight. He credits the experience with teaching him resilience and adaptability, qualities he believes strengthened not only his relationship with Jill, but also his ability to handle adversity. Yet, he is quick to point out the inherent contradictions of living authentically while adhering to the demands of television production. You can't help but wonder how different things might have been if we hadn't been filmed, he muses. Would we have grown closer faster? Or maybe taken more risks knowing no one was watching? Both agree that navigating their marriage amidst fame required striking a delicate balance, embracing opportunities to inspire while fiercely protecting their private lives. Over time, they learned to set boundaries, refusing to let external pressures dictate the course of their relationship. Today, Jill and Derek view their journey through the lens of growth, recognizing that the challenges they faced ultimately fortified their bond. The Duggar family, long celebrated for their unwavering faith, close-knit bonds, and commitment to building a life rooted in tradition, has once again grown by one. This time, the spotlight shines on Jinger Duggar Voulo, the sixth child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who recently welcomed her third baby into the world. The announcement of this newest addition has sent waves of excitement through fans worldwide, as they celebrate alongside the young mother and her husband, Jeremy Voulo. For those familiar with the Duggars' story, from their days as stars of *19 Kids and Counting * to their continued presence in the public eye, this moment is not just about expanding a family, but also about witnessing another chapter unfold in a legacy defined by love, resilience, and joy. Jinger's journey into parenthood began years ago, when she married Jeremy Voulo, a former professional soccer player turned pastor, in 2016. Their union marked a significant milestone for both families, blending two distinct worlds: Jinger's deeply traditional upbringing within the Duggar household and Jeremy's modern yet equally faith-driven background. Together, they embarked on a shared mission to build a family grounded in Christian values while navigating the challenges and blessings of marriage and parenting. Their firstborn, Felicity Nicole Voulo, arrived in 2017, bringing immense joy and setting the tone for what would become a growing family dynamic filled with laughter, learning, and unconditional love. 2 years later, the couple welcomed their second daughter, Evangeline Evie Pearl Voulo, further solidifying their roles as devoted parents. Now, with the arrival of their third child, Jinger and Jeremy find themselves stepping into a new phase of life, one that promises even more discovery, growth, and fulfillment. While details surrounding the birth remain private, Jinger took to social media shortly after delivering her bundle of joy to share heartfelt sentiments with her followers. Her message was simple yet profound: "We are overwhelmed with joy." These words encapsulate not only the emotions felt during such a transformative moment, but also the gratitude and wonder that come with welcoming a new life into the world. For the Duggars, faith has always been at the center of everything they do, and Jinger is no exception. Raised in a household where scripture readings, prayer, and service were daily practices, she carries these lessons forward into her own family. In interviews and posts, Jinger often speaks candidly about how her relationship with God shapes her decisions, strengthens her marriage, and guides her approach to raising children. Jeremy, too, shares this deep spiritual connection, having served as a pastor before dedicating himself fully to his role as a father and husband. Together, the couple prioritizes instilling biblical principles in their daughters from an early age. Whether it's teaching them kindness, patience, or gratitude, every interaction serves as an opportunity to reflect the love and grace they believe God extends to all people. This emphasis on faith extends beyond their immediate family and into their broader community. Both Jinger and Jeremy are actively involved in ministry work, using their platform to encourage others in their spiritual journeys. Through podcasts, books, and speaking engagements, they openly discuss topics like overcoming struggles, fostering healthy relationships, and finding purpose in life. It's clear that their commitment to serving others stems directly from the foundation laid during Jinger's childhood, a testament to the enduring influence of the Duggar family's core values. Becoming a parent 3 times over comes with its own set of joys and challenges, and Jinger has been refreshingly honest about the realities of balancing family life with personal aspirations. From managing sleepless nights to juggling responsibilities as a wife, mom, author, and entrepreneur, she acknowledges that some days feel overwhelming, but she wouldn't trade it for anything. One recurring theme in Jinger's reflections is the importance of leaning on support systems. As part of the sprawling Duggar clan, she has access to a vast network of siblings, nieces, nephews, and extended relatives who rally around her whenever needed. Whether it's babysitting help, advice on toddler tantrums, or simply companionship during late-night feedings, the Duggar family exemplifies what it means to truly embody the phrase, "It takes a village." At the same time, Jinger recognizes the value of carving out space for herself and Jeremy amidst the chaos. She frequently emphasizes the need for intentional time together as a couple, whether through date nights, morning devotions, or quiet moments stolen between diaper changes. By nurturing their partnership, they ensure they remain united in their efforts to provide stability and love for their children. Another aspect of parenthood Jinger embraces wholeheartedly is embracing imperfection. While societal pressures often paint unrealistic expectations of perfection, especially for women, she chooses instead to focus on authenticity. On Instagram, she shares glimpses of messy kitchens, mismatched outfits, and candid moments that remind her audience that real life is far from picture perfect, and that's okay. As a member of the Duggar family, Jinger grew up immersed in traditions that shaped her identity. From modest dress codes to courtship practices, these customs provided structure and meaning throughout her formative years. However, since leaving home and starting her own family, she has embraced a more nuanced perspective, one that honors her roots while allowing room for individuality. This balance becomes particularly evident in her parenting style. While she undoubtedly draws inspiration from her upbringing, Jinger and Jeremy have crafted a unique approach tailored to their personalities and circumstances. For instance, they prioritize education and intellectual curiosity, encouraging their daughters to explore interests ranging from art to science. They also foster independence, teaching Felicity and Evie to express themselves confidently while respecting boundaries. Similarly, Jinger's fashion choices reflect her evolving sense of self. Though she still adheres to principles of modesty, her wardrobe incorporates contemporary styles that align with her personal taste. This blend of old and new mirrors her broader philosophy, honoring heritage without being confined by it. With their 3rd child now here, the Voulos face exciting opportunities ahead. Each stage of parenthood brings fresh adventures, from watching milestones unfold to adapting routines to accommodate changing needs. Already, Jinger and Jeremy are preparing for the inevitable shifts that come with expanding their brood, including adjustments to schedules, finances, and household dynamics. Yet, if there's one thing we've learned from following Jinger's journey thus far, it's that she approaches life with resilience and optimism. Challenges may arise, but so too will triumphs, and through it all, she remains steadfast in her belief that love conquers all. Fans eagerly await updates about the new arrival, speculating about names, genders, and future family dynamics. Whatever lies ahead, one thing is certain: the Voulo household will continue radiating warmth, laughter, and faith, the very qualities that make them so beloved by so many. In welcoming baby number 3, Jinger Duggar Voulo reaffirms her place as a beacon of hope, strength, and authenticity. Her story reminds us that while life rarely follows a predictable path, embracing each moment with open hearts can lead to unparalleled joy. As she navigates this next chapter alongside Jeremy and their girls, we wish her nothing but happiness, health, and countless blessings. Truly, the Voulo family embodies the spirit of gratitude and grace, proving once again why they hold a special place in our hearts.